Look at this photo. Lionel Messi, standing completely alone, tears streaming down his face while Spain celebrates around him. Millions of people have seen this image. Almost everyone thinks they know what happened. But almost nobody knows what happened in the 7 seconds before it. Because 7 seconds earlier, Messi wasn't crying. He was furious. He was pointing at the referee, demanding a red card, trying to get a Spanish player sent off for an incident that lasted less than a second. One decision changed everything. Within hours, the football world wasn't talking about Spain's victory anymore. They were talking about Messi. And the harshest criticism didn't come from rival fans. It came from former players, legendary commentators, and people who had spent the last 20 years calling him the greatest footballer of all time. For 4 days, Argentina stayed completely silent. No explanations, no responses, nothing. Then someone from inside the dressing room finally spoke. Not FIFA, not the referee, a teammate who had shared the pitch with Messi for nearly a decade. And what he revealed may have changed the meaning of that heartbreaking photo forever. Because this might not simply be the image of a lost World Cup final. It might be the final image of Lionel Messi wearing the Argentina shirt. So before you judge what happened that night, you need to see the full story. Because the truth is nothing like what most people believe. Let's go back to where it all began. Argentina versus Spain. MetLife Stadium, July 19th. Messi, 39 years old, walking onto the pitch for what many quietly believe could be the final match of his international career. For long stretches, Argentina were under relentless pressure. Emi Martinez became a brick wall, producing one incredible save after another to keep his team alive. Spain dominated possession. Argentina could barely keep hold of the ball. Yet somehow, deep into stoppage time, the score remained 0-0. Then everything changed. But rewind 7 seconds, back to right after that red card, and the story looks completely different. Here's where it turns on its head. In the pile-up right after Fernandez's dismissal, players from both sides swarmed the referee. Spain's Marc Cucurella walks up to Messi to talk. Mid-sentence, his hand drifts near his mouth. Half a second. Gone. That's the entire incident. Half a second. But here's what most highlight clips leave out. FIFA introduced a brand new rule for this exact tournament. Cover your mouth to hide what you're saying during a confrontation, and you can be sent off on the spot. Not just in theory. It had already ended other players' World Cups that summer. So the moment Cucurella's hand moved, Messi spun around and went straight at the referee, pointing, signaling the bench, demanding VAR review it, demanding a red card, demanding Spain be reduced to 10 men too. Referee Slavko Vincic looked, waved it off. Play resumed as if nothing had happened. And that's the exact second this stopped being a story about Spain and became a story about Messi. Because what happened next was brutal. And it didn't come from rival fans with an agenda. It came from people who've spent their careers praising him. Wayne Rooney called it sad to watch and said it summed up exactly how Argentina play. Lee Dixon went further on ITV, calling the whole appeal ridiculous and warning that football is finished if that's genuinely enough to end someone's World Cup. Even Joe Hart, trying to be fair to him, couldn't defend it, pointing out that Cucurella barely covered 2 fingers over his mouth for that to be the appeal in a final of that magnitude. Online, it turned savage fast. Shameless. Pathetic. Cowardly. Fans who had defended this man through 2 decades of controversy were suddenly the ones criticizing him. And here's the part that actually stings if you're Argentine. Messi wasn't technically wrong that the rule existed. He was betting the referee would enforce it the same way it had been enforced throughout the tournament. He lost that bet in the last match of his career, in front of everyone who will ever remember it. So no, this was never FIFA covering up a robbery. There was no conspiracy against Argentina hiding in that moment. This was the greatest player of his generation, cornered with 10 men on the pitch, reaching for anything that might even the odds, and instead handing the world a villain to talk about instead of a farewell to mourn. FIFA's head of refereeing, Pierluigi Collina, never issued some dramatic reversal. He had spent the whole tournament defending his referees against complaints from multiple countries, and nothing about this moment changed that. No overturned decision, no apology, just FIFA staying silent while everyone else got louder. And that noise was still growing 4 days later when the real bombshell landed. Not from FIFA, from inside Argentina's own camp. Boca Juniors midfielder Leandro Paredes sat down with D Sports. And what came out of his mouth suggests this was never just about one controversial night. It might be the ending of an entire golden generation all at once. And almost nobody realized it was happening in real time. Nicolas Otamendi has already confirmed his international retirement. Head coach Lionel Scaloni has been dropping hints of his own. And Paredes admitted on camera that he doesn't even know if he's coming back. But it's what he said about Messi that stopped the room. Paredes said he believed Messi had already made the decision privately before a ball was even kicked in that final. That this was always going to be his last match for the national team, no matter the result. He was careful. Messi hasn't confirmed a single word of it publicly. But the man who stood beside him for the better part of a decade already believes it's over. Paredes said it hurt because the entire squad spent the whole tournament silently hoping that final match would never actually come. He said the decision belongs to Messi and Messi alone. And whatever makes him happy will make the rest of them happy too. Sit with that for a second. That photo, Messi alone in tears, might not just be the end of one final. It might be the last photo of him in that shirt. Period. So here's exactly where this stands. Messi tried to get an opponent sent off in the biggest match of his life, and the football world turned on him for it within hours. Hard. From voices that had defended him for 20 years. FIFA never changed its position because there was nothing to change. No hidden injustice. Just a legend gambling on the rules and losing at the worst possible moment. And underneath all that noise, Lionel Messi may have already played his final game for his country. The people closest to him were the first to see it coming. So which story do you think people will remember 5 years from now? The red card he didn't get? Or the retirement nobody has officially heard about yet? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every comment. And if you don't want to miss the moment Messi finally speaks for himself, hit subscribe, because this story is far from over.